It's our pleasure now to welcome Texas power couple in from from the Austin area. They are the co-chairs of the BYU Alumni Association, Dave and Debbie Talbot, spearheading the weekend events in Austin around this game. Sorry, look, Hans was all fired up, and he was running through all the stop signs, so we apologize for being a little late.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's a good thing Hans isn't playing, or Texas would be in big trouble this weekend because he is fired up for this game. So,
how excited is everybody down there to have the Cougars coming?
I would say they're very excited. We're getting a lot of emails, a lot of texts, a lot of people asking about the game.
People are ready.
Yeah. How many Longhorn fans? I have a couple of friends that are Longhorn fans, and they certainly do. But how many do you think still remember what Taysom Hill did to them in the last couple of games?
We've lived here 16 years, so we were definitely here during the Taysom years, and those were great days to go to work the next day. So they definitely remember.
We have some Longhorn friends, and we don't forget to rub it in very frequently.
Nor should you.
You have a right to after what he did.
Hey, Debbie, what activities do you have going on around the game? And let's start with the service project, which we love talking about here on the Wise Guys.
Sure, absolutely. We're super excited for our service project. We're partnering up with Brown Santa. The Travis County Sheriff wear brown uniforms, and they do a yearly toy drive for kids. Last year, we took our alumni, we took about 60 of us to wrap gifts for Brown Santa. And while we were there, they mentioned, hey, we're actually short gifts this year. We won't be able to fill all the requests for the families that have applied for assistance at Christmas this year. And so as we started thinking about what we might do for this tailgate, we got really excited about the idea of let's help Brown Santa and do a toy drive. So we're doing that, and then we're also going to go down and wrap gifts again with them, with our alumni. So we're excited to be involved with them. They're a great organization.
That's fantastic. I mean, this has become a theme over the last couple of years. Every place where BYU goes, the BYU alumni leave the place a little better than they found it, which is phenomenal. We love that. What about the tailgate itself? What's the plan for the tailgate for this one on Saturday?
Well, I can fill you in on the tailgate. So we sold over close to 900 tickets to our tailgate. So we're expecting a big crowd. And obviously, if you didn't get a ticket, you're still welcome to come and enjoy the activities. But it'll be at LBJ High School, and it'll start at 10 a.m. and we're going to go carry it till 12:30, and then we'll wrap things up and make our way to the game. But we've got Rudy's Barbecue. Since we're in Texas, we're definitely going to do barbecue.
Of course.
We've got new T-shirts that we'll be selling, and those will be going to those that bought tickets as well. And then we've got a lot of yard games, a lot of fun activities that'll be there as well. So all are welcome.
Hey, show that shirt again. And how can people order one for themselves, even if they can't get to the game?
They'll be for sale at the tailgate. That's how you can get them.
Yeah.
Now we bought
1,200 shirts, so we're hoping to unload them all. So.
Look, we want 2 of those. We put links on our chat of our global live stream on for the service project. And Debbie, let me just, before we move on, folks who aren't going to be at the game and can't get to the tailgate but want to participate in the service project, how can they do that?
Oh, we've got a link from Amazon wish list for Brown Santa. So anyone that would like to participate, just get on that Amazon site. Tons of different toy ideas, from cheap to expensive. So if you want to just find a gift that's $6, they will be so excited and so grateful for anything that you can do. If you do participate, we'd ask that you, in the gift receipt section, just put from BYU, so that they can kind of count up how many come in from our group.
That sounds good.
Yep, sounds great. Dave and Debbie Talbot, BYU Alumni Chairs in Austin, here with us ahead of this big game on Saturday. This is a unique game, and I'm wondering if it is getting as much buzz down there as it is up here. A couple of things. First, it's the one and only game between BYU and Texas as members of the Big 12 together, because obviously Texas is heading to the SEC. But also the fact that the Longhorns head coach is a former BYU quarterback, and Steve Sarkisian. The more BYU, the merrier, right? But it's getting a lot of buzz up in these parts. How about down in Texas? Are they talking about these themes this week?
I know they're buzzing about the Rangers, but
Yeah, no, certainly. There's a lot of buzz, and as you mentioned before, they remember Taysom and they remember what happened. I was in the office on Monday, but it's usually quiet on Mondays. I didn't go in today. I'm sure I'm wearing my BYU stuff all week, so we'll be talking it up. But yeah, there's definitely lots of buzz.
I will say, I think some of the Longhorns may be kind of overlooking us a little bit. I don't hear a lot from the Longhorn people, mostly from the Cougars that are really excited.
Yeah.
Very good. Hey, that'd be great if the Longhorns overlooked BYU a little bit.
How many fans do you think you're going to get in that game? I mean, the last time we were there in 2014, it seemed like there was between 5,000 and 10,000 that found their way in.
And we should mention that the stadium seats just over 100,000, 100,119, and I'm assuming they're going to be close to that in total attendance. But yeah, Dave and I felt like there was probably 5,000 BYU fans in the stadium the last time we were there. What do you think?
Well, we certainly did our part to try and fill the stadium. I know BYU got about 2,500 tickets that they sold to, Cougar Club members and whoever was able to get those. And then myself and a few other friends, we called into the UT ticket office and we bought as many tickets as we could. And then, which was close to 500 that we got. And then we sold them all within about a week. So guaranteed there's at least 3,000, but I think it's safe to assume that you're going to have a lot more. I would expect over 5,000.
Yeah, BYU fans are sneaky. We found out, like they'll go as far as buying season tickets to somebody's to get really good seats for an away game, which I really appreciate and I respect.
All right, here's what we want out of the Talbots. Debbie, we want 2 keys to a victory on Saturday, and then Dave, we want 2 from you. And they can't be the same. They can't be the same.
Our turnovers. Those have been amazing. So much fun to watch our Cougars with the turnovers. And then just big plays. We need those big plays, those long passes down the field. I think if we can keep it exciting and stay in it with our offense, I think that'll
I love that. So Debbie's are keep forcing turnovers and then some we call them chunk plays, but get big plays over the top. I like that formula.
That's
okay. This is going to be hard to match up with, Dave. So what are you?
I know she took mine. So no. I would say we definitely need a higher third down percentage than what we've been seeing recently.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be critical for our offense to stay on the field. Would be one of those, and then the other is we can't have turnovers. So those would be my keys on our side.
So take care of the ball and be more efficient on third down. So sustain drives. You know what? I think you know what you're talking about. What in the world? This is fantastic.
Hey, on our live stream, Laura Klein says we love David and Debbie. Go Cougars from Virginia.
Yeah, that's my sister. So
okay, listening from
family
Virginia.
Affair. So we're gonna do something now we've never done on the show. We're gonna ask you guys.
We've done this
5
on the
questions,
show, but not with our alumni.
Not with 2.
And not with 2.
Not with a husband and wife. So this is gonna be. We're all gonna learn something about each other.
We're gonna see how like in line you are with one another. So and
all right, we're ready.
Sometimes opposites attract. So we're gonna see this. Okay. And Debbie will answer first on this first question. Then we'll alternate so that we don't tip each other off. So, your favorite sports movie, Debbie?
McFarland.
That's the cross country one.
Yeah,
I love that. Okay, how about you, Dave?
I'll go with Hoosiers.
Classic.
Hoosiers. Yeah, that's also Marie Osmond's favorite, by the way.
That's a good one.
So nobody said McFarland, so that's a unique one. Okay, now we're gonna start with Dave on this one. Favorite singer or band?
My kids are gonna love this. Tears for Fears.
Hey, I saw them at Park West.
To my world. Oh,
I saw those guys. Those guys are awesome.
Tears for Fears.
All
yeah,
right.
that's a blast from
Debbie?
the past. Yeah, Debbie, what about yours?
I'm not a big band person. I like to listen to movie soundtracks.
So is there a single artist that has a song that you love?
Like Celine would do.
Nope, there's not. I'd rather listen to an audiobook or a podcast or a soundtrack.
Okay.
What she's saying is she puts up with my 80s music.
She puts up with your Tears for Fears and Styx.
You're
and
good
German.
one.
Yes,
and
some
Okay.
yes, Mr. Right?
Oh,
yeah.
Mr.
Those are classics.
Who's with Mr.?
Yeah.
What's their best song?
Korea Asian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go.
It's on the radio like every 10 minutes.
Okay,
up.
now we're going back to Debbie. Answers first. Favorite breakfast cereal?
Frosted Mini Wheats.
Okay.
Nice. I'm glad you said Frosted.
Mini Wheats.
Because we only like sugar cereal here in this show.
Our show should be sponsored by Kellogg's.
Yeah, it should be. What about you, Dave?
We're going to go with corn checks because that's what we got right now. So
Corn checks?
that's
Please
usually what
tell
I
me
pick
on the
off
corn
shelf.
checks that you put like 3 tablespoons of sugar on that.
No.
You need some plain. I don't know why.
I put bananas or strawberries.
Okay, because you got to jazz up the corn checks for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Because that's just
All
like
right.
eating little bales of hay with milk on them.
I'm going frosted mini wheats 10 times out of 10 over
I'm
corn
with Debbie on
checks.
this one. Okay, Dave.
right.
Your favorite Texas barbecue?
Think this one through because this is an influencer.
Favorite Texas barbecue. I probably need to go with Black's.
Is Black's attached to a gas station? Because my experience in Texas has been if it's not part of a gas station, it's really not true barbecue. But
I think the one we went to, it is not. But yes, there are many that are attached to gas stations. But this one, Black's is amazing.
It's the only state I know of where you can get phenomenal barbecue at a gas station, right? In Texas, right? So Black's. What about you, Debbie?
I'm going to go Rudy's. Their smoked turkey is amazing. But I have to say, we did a little overnight getaway once to a little town called Lockhart, and they're known for their barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
And for dinner, we hit like 3 different places, and then we got up the next morning and hit 2 more. Fun trip.
Oh, that is my kind of trip right there. I love it.
All right, before we ask this last question, we've got a question on the live stream. Someone who just donated a few items
Awesome.
didn't know how to
Thank you.
designate our gift to Brown. They weren't quite sure how to designate the gift to Brown as from BYU. So what would they need to do?
So you make it all the way pretty much to the end, and then it says, would you like it to it? Is this a gift? And when you hit yes, it gives you a little place for a gift receipt where you can say, it says, enjoy your gift or something. And you just put from a BYU fan.
Okay.
Oh,
All
nice.
right.
Great. Because
That was helpful.
we want them to realize where it's coming from. So, okay, this last question is Debbie's turn first. Your favorite BYU memory?
I'd have to say meeting my spouse there.
Yeah. How'd that go down?
We met at a singles ward. We were both living off campus. I was living with an uncle. He was living with family. And we just met at our singles ward.
And you knew right away, or did it take a lot of negotiating?
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah.
We were doing a group activity, and there was this guy, and every time we were in this circle doing a game, and every time we'd get to this guy, he was reading the paper, and it's like, "Hey, you, it's your turn." So
Come on, Dave.
I learned to love him.
Wow.
Wow.
That seems like a
I'm
common
sure
theme.
I was reading about BYU football.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. So,
All right, Dave.
Dave, what about you? What about your favorite memory?
Favorite memory. I'll say so with my sister Laura, and so at the time at BYU, so I come from a family of 9, and 7 of the 9 went to BYU.
Wow.
And at one time, 4 of us were at BYU, and we entered the bed race competition, and we borrowed from the church like one of the table dollies or chair dollies, and we threw our mattress on there, and we won the race. I got a $40 gift card from the bookstore, and I bought a sweatshirt. So, and that sweatshirt's at 25 years, and I still have it.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
That is great.
So
that's one of my
the
fun
bet,
memories.
and I see why meeting your spouse wasn't a big deal since she was trying to shun you for a while, and then you had to work through that. I mean, the end result is memorable, but I imagine the beginning was pretty traumatic with the way Debbie described it. So, congratulations, Dave, for hanging in there.
Yeah,
And for
exactly.
seeing this thing through and winning Debbie over. It seems to be a common theme for all of us, where we've got to win them over, and it looks like you did it. And you guys are pretty much on the same page for these 5 questions. So I can see that this is a good
A
relationship.
doubleheader sports movie night would be McFarland and Hoosiers. That's a
That's
win-win.
not too
With
bad
some
at all.
barbecue in between there.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys are
Yeah.
doing it right.
Yep.
Hey, we sure appreciate you taking some time with us, and we hope you have a wonderful event this weekend, capped with another BYU victory in Austin. It'll be a tough one, but they've all been tough. BYU's been an underdog in every one of them against Texas, and they're 4-1 against the Longhorns. So why not get to 5-1?
Why not send Texas to the SEC with one more loss to BYU? I think
would
it'd
love
be great.
that.
We'll take it.
All right,
we
give
would
our
love that.
best to the Cougars down there, and again, we will continue to push your links and get people to contribute, and let's have a great Brown Santa event around a great BYU victory. Thank you,
Sounds good.
guys.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks for having
Great to
us
have you
on.
with us, guys.
Awesome.
All right, go
Those are the
Cougars.
Talbots.
All right.
In the Austin
Thank
area,
you.
in charge of all the alumni activities ahead of the big game this week, BYU and Texas.